All right. I think it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
That's what I heard. I think it's a Friday. That's the last thing I heard. So hopefully, people are getting their stimulus money and going out and having a good time because you got yours. I haven't got mine. So
you haven't got yours yet?
No. That's all right. That's fine. That's
You're
fine.
gonna get it, dude.
That's the way. This how they pick out the people first. I don't know. I don't care.
Maybe the poor people first.
It's not like I have plans, right? I'm gonna go out and spin it. But in a lot of ways, I mean, technically, that's really what a stimulus is technically designed for. It's designed for you to go out and spin it. I mean, that's how the economy works. You buy things, taxes pays everybody. That's how the government gets money to give you money. And the idea is that you spend the money, and then of course you pay taxes, and then the company who buys products pays taxes. So that's what's all designed for. So
now you don't have any collectors. Now I understand that this particular stimulus check is not protected by all those companies that you owe money to. That's what I've heard. I've heard people. There's horror stories going around because they pushed it out so fast. It's kind of ironic that they wouldn't. The one thing they needed to do is protect you from all those debtors that are coming after your money. These aren't protected. Did you know that some people are not receiving their checks because the debtors took them? Like they owe money to credit cards, or they owe money to this or that, and they've attached themselves to their account. And they've taken the check, dude. I swear, I'm not fucking with you. I was like, what?
I mean, I guess you would have to look. I mean, you would have to look at every case individually.
Yeah.
Because, there's, oops, this is reverse. There's deaths going on. There's people stealing people's identity. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, look how many phone calls now that you get on your phone from fake stuff. I got a phone call the other day saying, just letting you know, this is the government. Your social security's got stolen. So as of today, your social security number is going to be shut off. It'll be turned off. To turn it back on, you need to call us right away. And I'm thinking to myself, well, even if you cut off, say somehow it really was the government or whatever, and they cut off your social security number, it's not gonna affect me from buying food, driving in a car, going to work. It's I mean,
that's exactly what I was talking about. There is a rash of it, and the news, for some reason, they're not really. They're small bits of information is getting out, but the news is not playing it at all. That there is a percentage of people that are not getting their checks because the debtors, or whatever their debt was, has attached themselves already to the banks. They're in fact, they're already on the banks, and they're not protected, and they're taking their checks. Like, now why would the Democrats not put that fail safe to make sure they've done it with the other one? When in fact the other one, when our old buddy what's his name, Donald Trump was in office, he made sure. I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm chaotic new. I voted for Eric, but he made sure that the failsafe was put on there so the debtors can't touch your fucking stimulus money. These guys didn't, and that seems weird to me. That's the number one thing, is to protect it first. So there are people out there losing, they're not getting their money. Fuck, man. The banks themselves are taking it. The banks, the debtors themselves are taking the money. So people, some of them are not getting it.
I know. Then the problem comes to where the problem comes in is, you owe money to them in the first place.
Yes.
So technically you borrowed money that you need to pay back, but of course the problem is everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Are you laid off because of what's going on in the world? Are you not? Are you making plenty of money and you're using this as an excuse to not pay off certain places, saying, well, I could have paid them off because what's going on around the world? And you're like, well, did you lose your job? No. Did you lose pay? No. So it's hard. Like I said, every case is case by case. It's all who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah.
It's a lot of strange things. Even you ever heard? I've heard of people. Okay. I've been hearing things about YouTube, not to the point where I'm not saying I'm not putting YouTube down at all. I'm not. I'm glad that YouTube gives us a format to do this. It's kind of cool. So this is no complaint against YouTube, but one of our good friends, Viz, told me that every year YouTube does some kind of a scam, a cleaning, or who they consider scams, or however it works. He said that in one day he lost 800 subscribers. Bam, gone. He said it's due to this cleaning. Now I've heard stories, but I'm thinking to myself,
whoa,
you don't know, because 800 is a lot. Because I mean, listen, if you look at your subscriber counts, it fluctuates. It does. Sometimes it looks like it's weird. It's weird. Yeah. In 1 hour, you can look at your subscriber numbers. You lost 8 people. I've seen it lost 8 to 15 people, right? But then an hour later, you got those 8-15 back, but you went plus 25. So it is weird how it does fluctuate. But I'm always curious. I love to talk to somebody from the company itself. Is there a self-cleaning? I don't know, like did they go in and I guess what I'm saying is, what if somebody subscribed to you from, I don't know, 2 years ago and they don't even use their account? Is that what they're cleaning out, or is it just in our heads? And maybe we did lose that many subscribers. Maybe we did, maybe.
No,
I'm not saying. I love Viz. His show is great.
Yeah.
But when he told me that in one day he lost 800, it's like, damn, and he's done nothing to his show to piss people off. Now, I can see people getting pissed off at us and say you guys are over top now or something, because if you talk anything in the paranormal world, in anything in the Mandela's world, truth world, whatever world, you are taking a chance of saying the wrong thing and lose that many. But Viz talks mostly about
100%
Walking Dead, Dead Live. He has a setup. So is there something to that, to cleaning out subscribe numbers?
Yeah, I love his show. There is no reason for it's one of my favorite fucking YouTube channels, man. I highly recommend that people go watch his channel. I put it on the background while I'm doing stuff. I love it. I love the way he talks. From what I found out, Eric, I found out that a lot of people have multiple. There's your dog's in there.
She's whining at the door. I'm hearing this.
You get in. How the hell did she?
Hey, say something. I'm gonna take her upstairs.
Okay, yeah. So Eric was talking about people immediately losing their subs all of a sudden. A good friend of ours has a fantastic show, lost 800, and we're like, no, that's impossible. That's impossible because it's too damn good.
I gotta chase the dog outside.
What it's telling me is that a lot of people, and this is a fact, educated guess, have multiple accounts. I know people that have 2 or 3 multiple accounts. No barking out here. multiple accounts, and so if you don't frequent that account, they're going to look at it as a fake account, or you have multiple. You're not supposed to, and they're wiping them clean. If you and they know if you frequent your other accounts, they know if it's yours because it links up to the same. Possibly sometimes two accounts will link up to the same address, the email address.
Well, you have you have what they call an IP address.
Yeah,
so a router has an IP address. So if you have 5 accounts
on the
like
same
here,
IP,
you made up 5 accounts, and say for example you're taking your 5 accounts and you're going to hit somebody's channel and put all dislikes on 5 different channels.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube knows the algorithm. They know if they see like 5 dislikes from one IP address, they'll take the other 4 off.
Yeah. I also know I've heard another one. I guess what was her? I forget her name. Once Upon a Timeline. Her show's fine. I don't have no problem with her show. She's got a good damn show. She got a massive strike, and that woman has never gotten strikes that I've ever been aware. And the content that she used was not bad. It wasn't even anything. Nothing. People are using it. I've seen multiple channels using the same exact clip that she used, and they're fine. But they're going after people, and they're clearing out. They're basically cleaning house. I know they do this, so I've seen it before. Plus, they're people that buy subs.
They must have fixed his channel because this is his channel, and I know the other day when he told me this, he has 17K, and it said 16.9 when he told me 800. So he had 17 before, then it dipped below, but it looks like it dipped back. So maybe they fixed it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've seen it on this channel where one day it looks like, God damn, we lost 25, 28. And then you wake up in the morning, you're up 100.
You're up 100. Yeah,
it's hard to know. Is there really an issue, or is it just a glitch in the system?
Yeah, it's something with the algorithm. I know that it's not bad. It's not permanent. I know some people that are just shitty, and they get themselves. They can tell. They know that they're charlatans. They're just out. It's just bad. They got bad karma all written all over certain channels. They're just getting all the garbage out. Like my channel, for example, we joke about Eric, it's 1,800 flat. It's been 1,800 for several months. Even though we go up on this channel, my channel doesn't get not one new sub. And that tells me, which is good. It's not bad. I'm not mad. It's giving me information which is valuable. That's what my channel is for. It's for peer research, telling me that they lock it. They have the ability to lock certain channels down. It's just, they're going to stay that. They're not going to grow, and there's a reason for it. I'm not upset about it. I'm happy mine stays that way. Because we got this one, and this one is going up like a fucking number one on the charts. Well, so,
it was weird. Gypsy Road, Dr. Masonry Free. Today we're going to be talking about Freemasons, and I know that I got a few emails that there's some people out there that really hate Freemasons, and I'm serious. I got some emails saying I don't like their bloodsuckers, and I don't know enough about Freemasons, so I'm not doing this show on Freemasons to piss off anybody or anything like that. I don't know enough about Freemasons. I know sometimes we hear a lot once in a while on this channel about Freemasons. So I thought it'd be a neat idea to have a show and kind of go into what Freemasons are. But apparently there's a lot of people that really hate Freemasons. And to be honest with you, beyond you saying you were once part of Freemason, I don't know anybody who's even a Freemason. I mean, there's names. We're going to go over these names in a little bit when we get into the Freemason talk.
Yeah, I'll explain it.
I don't even know enough about Freemasons to even say, are they bloodsuckers? They could be. I mean, I really don't know because I don't study Freemasons.
They practice nepotism, which if you guys need to look up that word, look up nepotism. Eric, you might have to even look up the word for people. Yeah, that's a regular practice, but nepotism, even outside of the Freemasonry, is practice. So it's like, what the fuck? It don't matter. I'll explain to people as we go through the thing, what is a myth and what is not a myth, because, and I can't give you all the information. You just got to know it to know it. And I'm going to tell you right fucking now, guys, there are quite, not a lot, but there are Freemasons who actually have Mandela effect channels. And that's what they're supposed to do. That was their job. And this is what they do. This is how they're making their money. They're not bad. They're just taking advantage. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So
well, when we get into it, we'll get into it. Well,
yeah.
so I could learn more because they could be the biggest crooks on the earth. I really don't know. I want to learn more about it. Beyond that, everybody in the chat, I appreciate the few of you who have signed up, who actually did sign up my Reddit page. I appreciate that. Whoop, hold on. Let me click here. And then we click here. I went from a Wednesday show. I went up pretty good numbers. I went from 8 to 11. So 3 people. 3 people. All right. I know. There's a lot of people that they don't even do Reddit. So it's not that they don't do Reddit. But I did create a Reddit page, and basically, there's friends that are on this Reddit page. There's just look here real quick. You got the latest Hazel video on Oswald. You got Clown from Century Clown. There's a
dude, that Hazel Fibers video on Oswald is dead on, man. I love his videos. He picks the ones that really hit home for me. And I'm like,
yeah.
He had a t-shirt, man. What's up with this sweater? He's got a black sweater.
Yeah.
Like a collar. It looks really clean.
And that's what's cool. Like if you don't know these channels, you're not subscribed to them. I mean, it's hard to know who to subscribe to. I mean, come on, there's a million people on YouTube, but at least with Reddit, you can see some of the videos here that I have up. Like here's Harvey. That, like you said, Bob, that's a good one. So if somebody who doesn't know Hazel, they can click on it. Well, hell, let's do this. We're on right here. Hold on. Hazel's a good friend of the channel. He don't care if I play one of his videos. Great. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. Let's get. Steve Harvey, Oswald, Mandela effect. So here's one that I've been wanting to. Can you hear it, Bob?
No.
Nope. Okay, hold on. I know what it is. Hold on. 113. I gotta switch the audio. I know exactly what I gotta do. I gotta switch that. Oh, hold on. Let me share it back. I gotta switch that dumb audio thing that always seems like it's an issue. I don't know why I have to do that. I never had to do that in the past, but I don't know why I default. But okay, I got it back on default. Let me know, Bob, if you hear it.
Okay.
17.
Can you hear it?
Lee Harvey Oswald shot /JFK by YouTube channel called A Little About a Lot. In his video, he talks about how he remembers Lee Harvey Oswald was shot and he was wearing a white shirt. I will provide a link for his video in the description box below. I agree with him that this is a change. I too remember Lee Harvey Oswald wearing a white t-shirt.
Well, he's wearing a t-shirt there.
Wearing a black sweater and his assassination is also different.
Black sweater.
This is one that has been bothering me for quite some time now. And since I've been researching the changes with the JFK assassination, I came across this movie. And it has a scene similar to what I remember. The movie is called Time Quest, and it came out in the year 2000.
Huh. Is this a movie or a show? Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie. It's a time travel movie, of course.
It falls under the sci-fi category. A story about a man who travels back in time to Fort Worth, Texas on November 22nd, 1963, and prevents the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
Huh.
While watching this movie, I noticed that Lee Harvey Oswald is wearing the white t-shirt.
Right there in the picture,
he is about to get shot.
You should in the movie.
So here is a question.
That's residue from the movie. So you're not. That's not real life. That's the. I'm not saying it's not real, but I'm saying in the movie.
From
So for Oswald,
This is the actual footage. Well, you know. Look at that.
okay, he's wearing a sweater.
He's wearing a sweater. I'm wearing a sweater.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So he's now in a sweater.
Oh, that's interesting. And oh, so we're just playing your video.
We're just talking about your show.
We're just playing your
he's,
video.
he's in a sweater. I'm wearing a sweater, which is kind of I got one for Christmas. But yeah, he's wearing a sweater. I'm like, what? He was in a fucking raggy ass, like 60s fucking t-shirt, man. He's like one step away from rolling up a pack of cigarettes in his sleeve with it.
Yeah.
With the saggy ass.
That's interesting because I never even what he was wearing has never crossed my mind.
It reminds me of Texas Danny. Texas Danny always wears a t-shirt in his videos, just a casual white t-shirt. That's the same thing Oswald had on. That's then he's got a sweater.
Yeah, and people, that's why like if you're go to my Reddit, you know, I have some stuff from Hazel. There's Clown here. There's Maybe's Medela. What do you hear? Quantum, I got his latest video on here, old radio show. The Matrix Unveiled, How to Break Out of the Matrix. The Noticeable Self. I like this guy's review on Mystery Men, because Bob, you and I were talking about Mystery Men, on how the movie Mystery Men was really ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was before the boys.
People think of the Mystery Man like a joke of a Ben Stiller movie because he you know, this is his baby. But the Mystery Man was like the first movie of a superhero of like they have franchises, they had sponsorship, like they do in the TV show Amazon Prime has The Boys, where they're all sponsored. Well, they did that already in the Mystery Men. So Mystery Man was really ahead of his time, and a lot of movies that are ahead of his time, they become an afterthought, you know. And until like this new crave comes, and people forgets where that crave come from, you know. It's if anybody's never saw Mystery Men, and I bet you there's a lot of Mandela effects in that movie now.
Well, I can't. I want to watch it again, dude. I can't. I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend. It reminds me of like the mystery, like the movie. Texas. There we can talk about the T-shirt. There he is with his T-shirt.
Is he talking about The Last Starfighter? And of course, I got some UFOs on here. And remember, guys, remember, people from the chat. If you subscribe to me on Reddit, you post. Anybody's allowed to post videos here.
Yeah.
So, for example, Shelly Hobbs, if there's a video from another Mandela Effect channel that maybe none of us heard of, we don't know. If you go to my Reddit and put that, you post a video, and all you do is basically when you post a video, Bob, all you do is you hit create post, right? And when you go to this page, you go to link.
Oh.
You go to link, and here, like for example, I'm going to post this show on there, right? I'm going to post this show that we're doing right now on here. You put the link here of the YouTube page, and then you just put the title. You can write anything yourself. You got up to 300 words, or put the title of it, and then you click post.
Here we go. It's easy.
And then when you hit post, that video shows up on the Reddit. So, you know what I mean? So, because there's so many videos out there that it's just almost impossible. You know, Bob. I mean, it's impossible to like here.
I know so many.
It is like if you go to YouTube right here. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do a little experiment of fun, and we'll get into Freemasons. Okay. So here's YouTube, right? So say you type in, hey, I want to learn Mandela Effect today. You type in Mandela Effect, right? And this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the popular young kids that don't know shit. You got this guy. I watched this before. This guy doesn't know shit. You got the Mandela Effect movie.
Yeah.
And then you got, look, interesting engineering. You got people doing science behind it. Here, Top 20 Mind Blowing by Watcho Mojo. That's an entertainment company. That's not a Mandela Effect company. And then you got like these cute little girls making fun of it. Like, what is Mandela Effect? See, you go here, right? Look, Mojo. None of these people are official Mandela Effect shows. This girl is not. You know, and I mean, the only way, if you're trying to find real people, the only thing you could do is you go to filters, you go to upload date, where you get new people. Look,
yeah, and even then they pop
hey,
up
look,
every
Joey
2 months.
Joey Roca is look, Joey Roca, Mandela Effect. Joey Roca apologized to Mandela Effect. I am affected, and the morons read info. What?
Wait,
what?
When did Joey put this out? Well, I don't know that I can't
He
see it.
just put it out 1 hour ago.
No, he did not.
He did. He put it out 1 hour ago. Here,
Weird.
it's one. Let's hear what he says. Come on, let's have fun. Let's have fun here, guys.
I love Joey, man.
I know, I like Joey, but let's hear what he said. Let's see here.
You said you're going to be here. I know you addressed this the other day, and I want to address it now while there's people here. You called us all morons. I know you apologize. Now,
Yeah, but I mean, I apologize.
by definition, would you not be calling yourself a moron then as well, because you are in the Mandela Effect community for years? By definition, you calling us morons that believe in the Mandela Effect is by definition calling yourself a moron. Would that be the same? Would that be right? I know you apologize, but some people are very, I don't know if you heard me say this, some people are very sensitive, as you know, with Mandela Effect, very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
So going forward, you should maybe address that just as a
I mean, it's only a minute, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But yeah, you know, that does get into a tricky thing when, if you're not really meaning people are morons, but you're putting it in your words. It's like people are going to judge the cover. I mean, they're going to judge before they even watch something. So, and I'm not here saying he's wrong or right for writing the word moron. I'm not here. I didn't even know if that was a video. But people judge book by its cover, and that's just natural. When you put a cover before you actually watch it. So if people are offended because Joey used the word morons, I can see that because that's what they're reading. But when you're listening to him, Joey is just trying to debunk best he can to find if it's true or not, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But getting back to this, like you got to go to new drops because it's almost impossible to know what to watch. So like, I like some of the stuff that Recall Victor does, but so if somebody knows somebody, they can put in my Reddit. You know, somebody might not. You know, you get to show a video that we might not get to see because it's almost impossible to type it in to get real stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Reminds me of WWF wrestling within the little crowd. See, this is good that you're showing this because this is going to help out, guys, when we talk about the Freemasonry. The Joey video with system failure is exactly what I want you guys to talk about. It's relevant to Freemasonry. Now, you don't know that yet. You're thinking Dr. Wu, fuck that. Robert Woody. How does that connect to Freemasonry? It does. And I'm going to explain that.
Joey's ruling.
Way to go, dude.
Joey, again, I apologize. I am a moron. Has changed our reality. 5 Mississippi huge Modelos for me. Man, there's a lot of Joeys.
Good for him, man. That's the way to do it. I like the guy. He's smart. He's a hard-working fucker. He loves his children. He loves his wife. He's a damn good person. Damn good man. Straight up, man. That's why I don't mind at all.
Yeah. So
good for him.
Have signed to Reddit as Jonathan Hobbs. Oh, very cool. Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna call her out. Let's see here. Let's go here a second. Let me hit refresh. Let's see if my numbers went up.
Oh God.
Oh, unless she already still at 11, unless she already did and is not updating yet.
Might not have updated. Sometimes it takes a little while.
Nah, it's all fun. This is all fun. I like everybody's in the chat. But that's
this is great. This is actually leading right into what we need to talk about. And I got to dispel a lot of bad information. So it's going to be kind of cool. He's a shield. He's protecting them. Well, let me explain it to you.
No, and the reason I did it because there are some. If you go to Reddit yourself, right? Here, watch. I'm going to type in Mandela effect, right?
Yeah.
Mandela effect.
Oh my God, there's a lot I think on Reddit.
No, well, there's a couple main ones. There's a couple main ones. Like here's a main one right here. This has like this Mandela effect here has like the most subscribers. They have 205,000 people, right? Right?
Yeah.
And my theory about Mandela effect based on these laws, right? And the thing is, the problem is these moderators that are on this, they're picking and choosing what they want on there, right? Right? Because I went on here, right? And I went on here and I typed it in. Hey, does anybody remember Indiana Jones punching a woman in the movie, right?
Yeah, you remember you said that.
And then they took it off, saying, we want facts. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. You want facts. Shouldn't this page be about we're getting together, asking other people's opinions about what they remember? Isn't that what's it about?
Yeah, it's not the status quo.
Who says whatever Joe Smo on here, what they're putting is a fact?
Yeah, half of this shit is wrong. Who
has the right to say this guy's is right, but you're wrong? You shouldn't be asking. You gotta know. Okay, so if I know there's an automatic change, then will that be taken off?
No.
You know, it's just and I've seen people take this stuff and put it on their channel saying it came from them. I saw that too.
Yeah. That's why I don't fuck with it.
What is it? Look at this. Look, and you know some of these. I'm not putting anybody down. I know some of these are way far stretched, right? Look at this. 3 Beetlejuice movies. I remember there being 3 Beetlejuice movies. No. I'm sorry. There was never 3 Beetlejuice movies. There's only been 1. There hasn't even been 2, right? So look at this, Bob. Do you remember? This is the reason I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
I remember there being 3. I don't remember recalling about them, but they remember, right? So he doesn't even know for sure. And when I put something on there asking people if they remember that if Indiana Jones hit a woman, I get taken off. But this shit doesn't get taken off. I mean,
it's deliberate. I'll explain. And again, this all overlaps, guys, with the Freemasonry. I know you don't think so, but it does, Eric. This all overlaps. I'll explain it in the thing. It's kind of interesting. It's perfect that you bring it up. It's perfect.
I'm glad I did. I mean, like Kurt Cobain was shot. I don't remember Kurt Cobain committing suicide with a shotgun. I always thought he hanged himself. Well, first off, where's his fact on he remembers committing suicide with a rope and not a shotgun, but mine gets taken off? See, it's just like, no, fuck that. You know, that's why. And look, I found the Walt Disney Mandela effect. Walt Disney. Okay, that's cute. We bear bears. If you ever watched the show, the intro song saying, "Have you ever watched?" And what I'm trying to get at is every single one of these is asking people their opinion. So, like I said, these are all run by bunch of fake morons.
Well, they're run by Freemasons. They're run by Freemasons. They're run by Freemasons, guys. I know it sounds like, oh, that's
one movie, but Beetlejuice was not spelled by Beetlejuice. Now I've heard that one. Now that's a. I heard of that effect, and of course we all know, the director,
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
We know Tim Burton has been surrounded by, of course, the word Mandela effect, because the Mandela effect word is known with the Nightmare Before Christmas, where he was one time the director and now his name is not the director.
Yeah.
So,
well, he's also, I'm just throwing it out there, guys, as part of my own personal theory stuff, so disregard it. He's also an RH negative. And I've noticed that RH negative directors or actors all have changes within their movies, or something's happening along the lines of their lineage, or something's going on. Okay, it's one out there. He is RH negative. I'm saying
hello,
it's a coincidence, right?
hello. My dad told me much more than he was supposed to, and some are good. We meet all the square. We park on the plum. Want to shake hands like Masons. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, your dad, a lot of people's dads, a lot of people's uncles, your neighbors, your butcher, your police officer, your fireman, your teachers. Oh God, guys, it's just a lot of people are within the Freemasonry. It's not what you think. Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, for getting on that little rant. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I had to start my own Reddit, because I got tired of all these bullshits, and it was on that one Mandela effect, whatever you want to call that Reddit, where I went and clicked on, saw that guy doing an interview, and where he's saying that Nelson Mandela was his #1 change, and he was 32 years old. He wasn't even born.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, you know what? This is for pop culture. These are the pop kids, the pop culture kids.
Well, he's probably a Freemason himself. He's 32. Remember, you go in at 18, guys. I mean, he's probably a fucking. Again, I'm going to explain. It's a lot of people are in the community. You guys just don't know it.
Right before we're gonna show it, I'm gonna show you guys a fun little video Bob and I did.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now I'm gonna show you guys a fun little video that we did. It's not. We didn't do it on YouTube. We're gonna be doing like a video like once a week. Not this week. I was just too busy. I couldn't. But the video, I'm gonna show you one clip out of 3. But to watch these clips, you're gonna have to go to my website. I mean, and I'm not making money off the website. There's no subscription price, but I got a kick-ass newsletter going out this weekend. And the only way you're going to get it is you have to subscribe so you can actually see it. And it's a kick. I already showed Bob that I got some kick-ass fun information on it. Unless somehow my computer gets blown up again like last weekend and I lose it. But here, if you go,
you get spellcasted against.
You go to the #1 paranormal, UFO, Bigfoot, Mandela, whatever you want to call it, website. This is it. #1. This is #1. It's sweeping the website by storm. Google themselves can't believe how fast this thing is growing. But I need real people like you to sign up. So you people that are watching this right now, you got no excuse. You sign up right now so you get my newsletter. Trust me, you're going to want this week's newsletter. It's a kick. I made it. It's kick ass. Now, if you go here, right, guys, if you scroll down, of course, these are all the categories for different categories. You know, Bigfoot, UFOs, paranormal, United Kingdom. And this newsletter is going to tell you the 3 shows that we're doing next week. It gives you a head start to study it and all that. But if you scroll down, there's some more. Now, right here is videos. A lot of these videos are the ones that are on YouTube, but in the middle of these, you will see a video that Bob and I did that is exclusive to this channel only. Now, I want to click on it. I'm only going to play one of them.
Yes.
I'm going to play one of them, and Bob, let me know if you can hear it, and I want you guys to see the first one. I do 3 news stories. 3 news stories. This is going to be one of the 3. If you want to see the other 2, you're going to have to go to my website.
Yes.
And you should want to. Why would you not to? All right. So we're going to hear one of the stories and kick back and enjoy. Trust me. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun watching this. Trust me. Here we go. I'm going to press play. Can you hear it, Bob?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Welcome to What the Fuck News. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Gypsy Road Entertainment News. Today,
on the world news. We got three exciting news brought to you by the #1 website everywhere, gypsyroad.live. #1 website. If you're not subscribed to it, why not? You're not going to get better news than this. I'll tell you that right now. So this is the best news all around. So you better subscribe. You better join to get the weekly newsletter. And do not forget, Gypsy Road Effect on YouTube channel. The Gypsy Road YouTube channel. Sign up for the channel. It's a fantastic channel. But guys, we're not here about promoting. We're here because you guys want to hear 3 wonderful stories. So what's the first story? Well, you guys remember that nice girl group back in the 80s and 90s? And I think they did some tours again. The Spice Girls. Yes, I'm talking about the Spice Girls. You guys remember the Spice Girls, don't you? Come on. You had Spice Girls. Let me pull this up. Just in case if you forgot about the Spice Girls. And I'm going to tell you some exciting, fantastic news about the Spice Girls. Okay, there you go. See that picture of the Spice Girls? The 5 women power against the system, fighting against the system. All right. Now, what are these names of these beautiful women here? You have Scary Spice. You have Spotty Spice. You got Baby Spice, and you got Ginger Spice. Well, we all know we went through this major Me Too movement for the last 4 or 5 years. But the Spice Girls got something to say about the Me Too movement. They're like, yes, we know men are lower than us. We know that men are not better than us. We know that. But we want to tell all women that's out there in the whole world that we need our men. We still got to have men. Without men, well, I guess you can still make babies without men now. I mean, they got the technology, but we still need our men. So the Spice Girls is doing something special. They're reuniting. They are doing a reunion tour, and they are adding a 6th person. A 6th person, not a woman, a man. Spice Girls is about opportunity to all sexes. It's not about just being a woman or man. They want to prove that, yes, we can have our Me Too movement, but we also we need our men. So they searched and they searched. They went to find the ultimate man. An exclusive here on this channel, on the Gypsy Road Entertainment News. I got you an exclusive picture of the new Spice Girls. I'm so excited, I can't even speak no more. Are we ready, people, to see the newest member of the Spice Girls? I'm about to pull it up right here. Hold your horses. Grab your coffees. I'm so proud to show you the 6th member of the Spice Girls. Jack Imhoff has joined the man, look at him. Muscle. Exciting. Imagine this tour. This is just, oh my God. I gotta show, look at this picture. Look at this guy. Look at this. Jack Imhoff has joined the Spice Girls. And got more. I got more. Exclusive.
Nice.
Only on the Gypsy Road channel.
I'm proud of my picture. I'm sorry, people.
The man, Jack Imhoff, who just joined the Spice Girls to see what's it like. What's it like being with these wonderful girls? Or do you have a nickname with the baby in it? Or a Spice? What are you? Jack Spice? I don't know. Well, let's bring the interviewer in. Here we go. Well, hello there.
How you doing?
Doing all right. I just heard the wonderful news. So what I understand, sir, Sir Jack Imhoff, I just understand that you have just joined the Spice Girls.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm handsome Spice, the jerk off Spice, whatever you want to call me. I'm making tacos.
Hold on, sir. Sir, hold on. Is that what your nickname's going to be? Jerk off Spice?
Well, that's what they're calling me, but I'm with the Spice Girls. I ain't gonna be jerking off no more. Shit, I got me some. I'm already started eating tacos. I think this one's spicy spice.
Wow. Well, sir, what was it like? I mean, what did you have to go through to be a member of the Spice Girls?
Well, you got a rigorous training. You got to get up early in the morning, around 1 o'clock. Afternoon, and then you got to work out. Got to do a lot of working out. Mostly, chocolate spice there. I usually kind of pick her up in the air like in ballet, and I spin the girls around and do lots of dancing. I had to do a lot of working out personally for this, preparing for it. I myself, I'm a spice man. I like spice. I wear Old Spice.
I mean, that's
it's hard perfectly.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, everybody knows the Spice Girls. They know the Spice Girls as a girl group. Does it feel weird being a man and being part of the Spice Girls?
Oh no, it ain't weird at all. Hell, it ain't weird at all. Hell, I mean, I wear some tight clothes sometimes. I put on the man spandex and I show my mangina off sometimes. I just kind of wiggle it from side to side like the girls do, and then we want to appeal to all audiences, both homosexual and heterosexual and the bisexual. We try to communicate with the entire community by giving the different. I myself, being a man, a sexy man, I appeal to both females and the males. I only talk to
Old Spice.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. I also have another picture of you and the Spice Girls basically in training on a stage. And let me show you. This is just marvelous. You're in such great shape. I mean, let me show you.
I'm in great shape.
Wow. Look at you. I think you're holding up
that's Spice right there. I call her Chocolate Spice. That's what I call her. Then you got the British Spice. Oh my God. Sometimes she has curry when she makes rice. And on the other Spice Girls, I don't know their names 100. I just got my own nicknames for them. But yeah, you can see there I do a lot of rigorous workout on a daily basis. She's the heaviest one of them all. I usually use her to pick her up the most to work out the biceps, triceps, all the steps. Yeah, I'm in training. We're looking at a long tour. As part of my training, I insist on sleeping in the room with the Spice Girls. I do not have a separate room at all. We do not do that.
Well, like I said, the Spice Girls, one of the things they said that, it's not about a Me Too movement. It's about people being people. We all need to start treating each other with respect.
Equality.
In rooms. So that's very cool, sir. That's
Black Lives Matter. That's why I picked her up the most.
That's awesome. I mean, and I know once the pandemic is fully done, the tour gets to start, and you say it's gonna be a long tour. That's gonna be fantastic. Is there anything that you're looking forward to on the tour?
Mostly hotel rooms. I'm looking forward to the hotel. They got showers and big tubs and hot tubs. Me and the Spice Girls will be in hot tubs frequently. I like my tacos. Great room service. Mostly it's the hotel rooms I look forward to on tours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, everybody who's watching this on the website, please send an email to Gypsy Road Effect at.
Well, that was awesome. Hope that's the kind of stuff that you get, guys, on the channel. And like I said, with that video, there's actually two more on there. The other two stories. One is JFK dead, and God damn, Bob, I can't remember what their story was.
Oh, I can't. Oh God, I've got a memory problem. JFK was one of them. I can't. It was. Spice Girls. I thought there was 4. I didn't know there was 5. Anyway, it reminds me of the freaking village people. There was an extra person in the village.
Oh, that's right. Taylor Green is the new cult president.
Oh,
that's right. Remember, there was a group out there that they all decided that because everybody got arrested after the Washington,
yeah,
and they elected a new president, and that Taylor Green became the new president. So if you guys want to watch that, you guys are gonna have to go to this website. And somebody says Shelly wrote, "That looks great. You must spend a lot of time on it. Must be nice looking. Website looks user friendly." It is. I made it user friendly. I mean, listen,
I'm a dummy.
If you want to go to Bigfoot, look, or how about your Paranormal United Kingdom? Boom, you click on it. Listen, look, there's stories there of each place that's haunted. You want to go back, you just click on that little circle. I mean, you can't get easier than that.
Yeah, because Eric, not me, but I'm not smart. I'm not, I gotta have it basic. So it's like I can do it. Anybody can do it. Just click the button.
Yeah.
Okay. Click the button.
Yeah, and like I said, if you go to my top box office here, I put people that's from YouTube. You guys, my friends, I put some movies on here that you guys recommend.
Yes.
So this is all
easy
from you guys.
Easy.
And then we want to get back to the main page. You just click on that little circle. I mean, dude, I'm sorry, you can't even get that easy. And hell, if you want to learn cryptocurrency, fuck it, you click on it. Cryptocurrencies tells you what cryptocurrency is, and you click on this, and boom, look, you get every single cryptocurrency price there is from my page.
Yeah, easy peasy, cheesy.
And I'm not telling anybody to invest money in cryptocurrency, but if you want to have fun one day, like take a pen and say, I'm going to pretend I'm going to invest $20 in this one called, I think there's one that's called Tron or Dogecoin. Type it in, check it every day, and you see it if it goes up or not. Study it, learn different ones. There's Tron. 56. So it's all for fun.
And this all has to do with Freemasonry because this is what you learn in the Freemasonry. This is what you learn. You guys think I'm fucking around with you? So yeah.
No, so we're getting into Freemasons now. So I'm not trying to give it a cheap plug, but there's some videos that we do exclusive just to the website, and we have fun with it, and that's all it is. Now, guys, let's get into Freemasons inside the secret world of the Freemasons.
Yeah.
Okay?
Eric and I are going to try not to give signals to people, other Freemasons. We're going to scratch our faces and do weird things, but hang in there.
Okay. Technically, what is a Freemason? Now, this is according to Google, and we're going to cross-reference everything with Bob, because Bob was actually at one time he joined the Freemasons. So we're going to learn. But if you go to Google, it says Freemasonry or Masonry consists of fraternal organizations that trace the origins to the local fraternities, stonemasons from the end of the 14th century, regulated the qualifications of stonemasons and their interaction with authorities and clients. Okay, now what is a Freemason society? Now, according to this, Freemasonry, the teaching of the practice of the secret fraternal order of a free and accepted Masons, the largest worldwide secret society spread by advance of the British Empire. Freemasonry remains most popular in the British Isles and in other countries originally within the empire. So right off the bat, according to Google, Freemasons always been there. They're the largest, and it seems like here it's the largest in the UK versus the United States of America. Now, I'm curious right there. I mean, what makes what? Bob, you've been in the UK now.
Yeah.
Right now you're in America. You're here right now, but you're going to go back to the UK.
Yeah.
Why are the UK that you know of, why are people more in the Freemasons from the UK versus the United States of America?
Well, it started around in Scotland. Well, it didn't start there. Let's put it that way. But it flourished in Scotland and then down into England. And with all the royals are part of all the royals. Every one of them, you have to be. And I'll explain later why. But of course, because, everybody colonized, not everybody, but a wave colonized from England, Ireland, Scotland to the United States. They brought it with them, along with other traditions and customs like Halloween, Samhain's Day, all those traditional things from paganism. All those things were brought to the United States with the colonization. So it didn't start there first, but it was flourishing there. And then it was brought there with colonization. So that's why there's so many there. I myself, across the street from where I live, there's a Freemasonry that I kind of frequently kind of go say hi to people at. Yeah, it's so definitely, it's the reason why it's so big there. And I'm going to say as a Mandela, a personal mandic, whatever, phallic, whatever effect, a discrepancy for me in reality in this comic book is that it is, quadrupled the volume of these lodges. I've never seen so many. It was small. It was small and more underground and low key, but now it's not low key anymore. Now it's pretty much out in the open. There's on every fucking corner. Oh, I'm like, God damn, how many fucking Mason lodges are everywhere?
Well,
this makes sense though.
This is the age group it says here. Be at least 21 years old. Some lodges or some places will allow 18 or 19 old, or make exception for those who are sons of Masons.
Yeah.
Or for university students. Have belief in a supreme being of any faith. No particular religion or faith is required to or excluded.
Yeah. Well, number one question you're given before you even a fucking name amongst another person, the individual. Number one, you have to ask. Now, in my case, they pursued me because I'm an RH negative, and the Freemasonry that I went into they're all RH negatives, so they wanted me in desperately.
Bob?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta do an apology. Somehow, I think I accidentally called Hobbs a woman. I didn't mean that because Shelly was in there. I know Hobbs a man, but Shelly was in there, and I crisscrossed, accidentally calling Hobbs. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I know you're a man. I'm sorry about that. Okay, Bob. I had to apologize on air because that was my mistake. Somehow, I don't know how I did that, but I did.
So the number one question is, and this is the biggest fucking argument that all the weirdos have out there, is that you have to believe in a deity. You have to believe in God. I'm using the quotes because God has so many names. Yahweh. There's 1,000 Odin. There's all these fucking names for God.
Here, Bob, but it says here, mid-age 18 and older who believe in a supreme being and meet qualifications and standards for membership are eligible to petition a lodge. We welcome men of every country, religion, race, age, income, education, and an opinion. But you're saying that's not exactly true?
No, that is true. You have to believe in a God. That's what that's saying. It doesn't matter which religion
supreme being. Now, not using the word God, but
no, they called it, in my time it was the Grand Architect. And so now you're moving into the Matrix. You're moving into quantum physics. Okay, we're gonna joke about it. You're moving into creation. Okay, so people have a Bible. Okay, so typical Christian just goes in. You have a basic Bible. It's a basic understanding. It's a basic religion. It's what's been given to you and put together by men in a box in a church or whatever. Everybody has one, no matter what religion Islamic, Judaism, whatever your religion is, you're coming out of a book, whatever it is. And so you're starting off with the fundamentals of, do you believe in a grand architect? They don't want to insult anybody's name of their God. Yes. Okay. I believe I'm. You could be. I was borderline atheist, but I'm agnostic. So I know I've survived too many things to not believe into a fucking creator, a protector. So yeah, I said I'm agnostic. I don't come from any religion per se. I'm more pagan than anything. Absolutely, you're in the first step. I said, oh, okay, that's the first step. You have to believe in an architect, a creator, or something. Then you move into the fundamentals, like the mathematics. You're moving into that area that is not in your Bible. The Bible is just allegory, beautiful stories, whatever. Then you start moving into the other areas. There's no Satan. There's no Lucifer. And I'm even going to dispel some of the things that these guys talk about in the Freemasonry.
But before you even get there,
yeah.
Do you have to pay? Because I wrote here, it says, do you have to pay to be a Freemason? It says, how much does it cost to be a Freemason? It says there's an initial fee when you join, and each lodge charges an annual subscription to cover its running costs. Each meeting is normally followed by a dinner, with the cost depending on the venue. So, first of all, a couple questions, like you're talking about, do you have to pay right out the bat, or you get tested first to see?
No, you pay with an application. So you haven't. This is how it worked out for me. I did not. I mean, I just didn't have. I already told the story. I just did not have the time or the energy to do all this stuff. But I just wanted to. Okay, so whatever. They actually paid mine. I mean, but you do. It's like $100 with an application. You're going, and they're going to review your information.
Do they spit on the cross? Somebody wrote they spit on the cross.
They don't. It's different. They don't spit on the cross. That's just another myth. That's another. They have nothing to do with the crosses. There are no crosses in the Freemasonry. There are nothing to do with that. It's a complete myth. And in fact, not only is it a myth, the Freemasons themselves, because of what we do in there, portray the myth. They put it out there. They put out the myth. They created the myth. They created the Baphomet up and down. You know, they created all the myth. It's like, Eric, you know, when you have somebody is making drugs in a fucking farmhouse out in the middle of the sticks. Well, they don't want nobody, or they're growing, we're going to say marijuana. They're growing marijuana where it's illegal. They're growing marijuana in a fucking barn in the middle of the sticks. Well, they don't want nobody in there raiding that weed. So what is the first thing they do, Eric, is they create a myth. The woman in white that will rip your fucking head off. She sings to, if you're in a boat coming that way, she sings to the mariners, where the mariners will go crash into the rocks. Don't go into that area. Don't go there. There's ghosts. There's Bigfoot. There's the fucking swamp monster. There's the reptilian fucking horde in there. There's an alien abduction. Everything anything evil they can create, they put it around the barn so nobody goes in there and steals the crop. That is the same thing. They laugh at people. They laugh at the myth. They tell people I worship Satan just so they can fucking say.
Well, this is what it says here. There's a question. It says, what is the main purpose of the Masons? According to this, it says, what is the purpose of a Freemasonry? The basic purpose is to make better men out of good men, better fathers, better husbands, better brothers, and better sons. We try to place emphasis on individuals, may strengthen the character, improving his moral and spiritual outlook, and broadening his mental horizons. I don't know if that's true. It sounds like a bunch of power hunger people that
it is true.
Out of the house from the wives.
So that's the people who aren't in the Freemasonry are going to say that because they're not in. So they're going to have they got the myth in their face. They're not in. What number one is they want you to go to college. If you're in there, they're going to advocate school of some sort, whatever. They want you to go to school.
Well, yeah, because they want money.
Well, no, they want you to be part of the system. They want you to be part of the pyramid. They want you to be in there. They want doctors. They want fucking scientists. They want, in fact, almost all your scientists, if not all of them, are in Freemasonry. All the presidents of the United States are in Freemasonry. Anybody of any power is in Freemasonry. Everybody bitches and whines about their boss. The boss is stupid. Well, the boss is in Freemasonry. You're not. you're not moving up. Now we go into nepotism, we go into all that. Yeah, but that's just life. You're not going to move up unless you're in part of the lodge. That's how they lock it down. And they want you, in fact, they'll help you pay for college. They'll get you the job that you need. They'll help you move up in whatever status. You're not hating nobody. You're not killing nobody. You're not eating babies. You're just a good fucking citizen that they like, that they know it's going to follow the rules and move up.
You think, but you think maybe I guess it depends on what lodge you're in, right? Because I'm sure there's good lodges. That
there's bad lodges.
All rules are supposed to, but I'm sure there's a lot of lodges
ones too
that are not playing by the rules.
Yeah, there are shitty ones, and it's just like any club. You got bad apples and you got good apples.
Now, here's something that says here. What is the name of the Masonic God? According to this, certain Christian ministries take the position that Jahabolan, I guess I don't know how you say it, Jahabolan, is the name of a Masonic pagan god, and therefore violates the biblical commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me."
Well, yeah. So here comes the biggest argument with Christians. It comes up, and I've even got an example, Eric. That's what I was doing before the show started. Is they say that they worship the devil. They worship Baphomet. They worship Satan. They worship the morning star. And so when you ask a Freemason, do you worship? What do you? The morning star, the devil. Well, they're going to argue with you. They're not going to argue with you. They're going to say, yeah, I do worship the morning star. Oh, you do admit to worshiping. Well, they worship the morning star. But if you go to, let's see here. 1 second, Eric. Sorry. Let's go to, here we go. Okay. If I can find it. Shit, Eric. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Here's some of the famous people you might recognize. According to this, it says George Washington was a Freemason, Irving Berlin, Benjamin Franklin, Oscar Wilde, Norman Vincent Peale, Sir Alexander Fleming, Edwin E. Buzz Aldrin Jr., whoever the fuck that is, Winston Churchill, John Jacob Astor, Edward VIII, King of England, was a Freemason.
Yeah, they all of your bosses are. Your workplace, they all join. Well, here's the morning star. Here's the devil everyone argues about, guys. Jesus himself. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and the morning star. You understand, Jesus calls himself the morning star. And this is Revelations 22:16. 22:16. There you go. But so they have taken the Bible and they have interpreted it the way it's supposed to be interpreted, and they have done it in a way where they have actually broken down. So you have Christians in a Christian church that are not in the Freemasonry who take the allegory words and they live with it. Then you've got the Freemasonry, which took the Torah. They've taken anything with the Abrahamic and they broke it all down, everything. And this is even before the Torah, a lot of the things. They go back to way back to Egypt. You know, these people. Go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
No, there's a lot of power here because look at this. It says here, did you know there's been 14 presidents that are Masons, 35 United States Supreme Court justices, 35. Now, your Supreme Court is Mason, so they're all influenced. And you got 17 United States senators, 32 military leaders. I mean, of course, these are probably people who are out open about it. I'm sure there's more Mason people that they don't even tell you that they are.
Yeah. 13
signers of the Constitution. Henry Ford, Arnold Palmer, John Wayne.
John Wayne.
John Wayne. These are some of the. Of course, Theodore Roosevelt was one. So it's, man. What do Masonry believe in? Oh, I lost my page where. Hold on. I had a. Man. Oh, let me see here. Who are the members of Freemasons? What do Masons say instead of all men? Who cares?
And that's the ones you know about. The majority you don't know.
What I know. Paul's in the chat and all that. Now it says, what does the G mean in the Masonic symbol?
Oh, there's a whole lot of them.
If I remove this, if you look on the top right of my thumbnail, you see there's the symbol.
Yeah.
For the Freemasons up here on the right, and there's a G here. Now, if you look on the left, I have the dollar pyramid. Apparently, that pyramid with the eye is part of Freemasons.
Yeah, it's part of the mythology. I call it the mythology. The mythology of Freemasonry.
What does it say here about G? Here, let me see what it says about G. Where is it?
And architect.
I lose it? Okay, what does it? Fuck, did I lose it? Oh, here it is. What with a G? Another is that stands for geometry, and it reminds Masons that geometry and Freemasonries are terms described as being noblest of science, and based upon with the superstructure of the Freemasonry and everything in existence in the entire universe is erected.
Yeah, again, we go back to the Matrix. You go back to the Matrix. And the Matrix is now, if you're affected or whatever your fucking genre is, it's in the Bible. So they talk about Matrix and it's in the Bible. It's creation. We live in a Matrix. We keep talking about Matrix, and here we are. It's this. It is Freemason. Freemasonry is to learn about the Matrix. And God and the living universe. That's what they've taken what little religion people have. Now, and I have talked about this before. In Christianity, you're looking at a box and a guy in front of it with some pews. You're looking at paganism. You're looking at beautiful, beautiful, mathematically correct, lovely fucking temples that are huge. You've got architecture that is phenomenal. You've got multiple gods.
Look like someone even asked that question here in Google. Can you be a Catholic and a Mason?
You could be any religion because
Masonic bodies do not ban Catholics from joining if they wish to do so. There are never been a Masonic prohibition against Catholics. Joining the fraternity and some Freemasons are Catholics, despite the Catholic Church prohibition of joining the Freemasons.
Well, yeah. Well, here's what people don't know about. I'm going to go into this real fast. Did you guys know that? Joseph Smith. Do you guys know that Joseph Smith was a Freemason, and a lot of religion that was brought on by Joseph Smith, you guys know what I'm talking about, is actually reenacting a lot of the things you have in Freemasonry. Not only Joseph Smith, you've got Ian Hubbard, you know, a Scientologist. He was a Freemason. You understand? He was. All of these mass religions, all of these guys have one thing in common, and including Joseph Smith was a Freemason. All of them. There's people in all these these strict religions you would never know about. Jehovah's Witnesses, the people who within Jehovah's Witnesses, Freemasonry. You understand? Freemasonry. They're in churches, and however they also go to lodges, because you can only learn so much. If you were just a Christian, you're pretty bland. It's just like having a cheese fucking pizza with nothing on it. As soon as you go join the Freemasonry, you get to learn all the matrix ideas, all the mathematics, everything within the book, everything, all the extra information that you don't get from this in Freemasonry.
I was looking at some information here because Black Sheep researcher wrote, people think it stops at level 33, but it doesn't. And right here on top, it says, what is the 33rd degree Mason? 33rd, Inspector General Harmony. The 33rd degree is conferred by the Supreme Court upon members of right in recognition of outstanding work in the right or in public life. The 33rd cannot be asked for. If I ask for, must be refused. So my thing is, I'm reading this 33rd, but why is it? Paul says it does stop at 33rd. Why is there supposed to be like rules that goes up to 33rd, and it doesn't go over, but there is. So I'm confused on that. So what the 33 mean?
It's like an award. So you've went out and you busted your ass. You did whatever it is. You achieved whatever you're supposed to achieve. And then you're voted. It's voted without your permission. You don't even know about it. You're voted. They have a consensual vote, black ball, white ball vote, black ball, white ball vote. There you go. Your little fucking symbolisms. And then they're voted into that. And then after, then you were given, it's like being, going to the Oscars and you don't even know it. All of a sudden you find out a secret says, hey man, you're going to get an award at the Oscars, huh? You're just voted into it. And so once you've achieved that, then you go on to these other groups that they're all 33 at this point. And then they're going up and beyond. They're doing these other things. They have their own little fucking groups. They've got their own little weird things going on. The Rotary Club, the Rotary Club, whatever you call it. They've got their own groups. They form after that. They can legally join these other outfits, which goes into it.
Joining, when you think of Freemasons, you think of men. Now the question is about females, and here's something.
Yeah.
How do I become a female Mason? Membership is open to female relatives of Master Masons or members either active for 3 years or majority of the International Order of Rainbow for Girls, or that's weird, Rainbow for Girls.
There's the rainbow.
Add that in there. Or Jobs Daughters International, who's aim of 18 years of age. So women can join.
There never used to be. And okay. Let me make this real clear to everybody out there listening right now. I am not from here. I'm from Sagittarius Arm. This is Orion's Spur, whatever the fuck they want to call it. So the constellations are different. I don't know where we are. I don't care where we are at the moment. I'm just dealing with it. But there's a difference between what they have and if it wasn't for the Freemasonry, I'd be insane at the moment, because there are a lot of Mandela effect changes within Freemasonry. And unless you were originally a Freemason from Sagittarius Arm, you would have not known these changes. In fact, it's because of these changes that keep a lot of people sane. And there are a lot of people that are in the Freemasonry that have the Mandela effect. You understand? And it's because of the Freemasonry they're able to keep their fucking head above water, because I'm not going to give away all the answers, but within Freemasonry, it's basically a lot of skits, a lot of plays. They perform a lot of things. You do a lot of performance, like acting. You're acting. You're doing a skit. I'm going to put it this way in layman's terms. You're doing a skit, and that same skit has been done for hundreds and hundreds of years, flawlessly, unchanged, perfect. So you got to memorize every word. You can't stray away from any word. It has to be, every fucking thing has to be 100% perfect, exactly the way it's been done for hundreds of years. You got to practice and practice and practice these skits. So as you're performing these skits, it's done perfectly. So when this big change happened with the Mandela effect, whatever you want to call it, people within the Freemasonry now watching these skits, and they're asked to perform these skits, and they're doing it how they remember. So the people that are unaffected are watching them going, oh my God, this group are doing it this way, the way that they've always done it flawlessly. And now our group that are from Orion Spur are doing it this way. You can clearly see that they're not from here. That's the idea of the skits. So when the flip happens, you could tell who's got it and who doesn't, because you got liars on top of liars pretending to have the Mandela effect. If you're in the Freemasonry, they know who has it. They know who has it, and they know who's a fucking liar. They know it. There's no faking it. So right now, Eric, we have a big problem within the community, they call it, of liars. And some people who have it, and some people don't. And they're having fights. They're having arguments. You just talked about it with Joey and System Failure. There's the argument. There's people fighting. People within the Freemasonry that have this Mandela effect, they're not fighting. They know they have it. They know they've changed. They know because they've memorized a skit.
Oh, you're breaking up. Are you there?
That's been the regular person that it's not in the Freemasonry with the Mandela effect. Uh-oh, am I here? One,
Okay,
two, am I back?
A little bit. I think you froze up again.
Okay, try to go slow. So,
Yeah, you're breaking up. Hello? Hello? I think he's frozen. I think the Freemasons must have saying like, oh, this guy's giving too much information. We gotta freeze him out of it. Yeah, I'm still here. Maybe he has to move the computer. Well, let's look here. Let me see here what's people in the chat were saying. That shows there Egypt is level 90. Let me see here. My personal opinion from research that the top TOG is level 360 to circle. The Black Rooster, that makes sense. Hobbs, I hear you, man. That's one truly good works that describes the damage at the point of the being barbaric to others, to their own souls. Huge with the relatives. You got empathy. Okay. Well, let me do a shout out. Bob gets the stuff fixed. Hobbs is here. Shelly's here. Carla Webster is here. Black Sheep Paul's here. I know Sketches is here. I know Hazel Fever was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here now, but Hazel was here. I know I saw Games Sino, our friend, was here. Scott Morin was here from the chat. And people probably, I know earlier, Sharkticon was here. So I want to thank all of you guys for showing up. Like I said, Ryan Earthernal is here. Now, guys, first of all, I don't know a lot about Freemasons, and I'm not here to prove they're good people or they're bad people because I just don't know. That's why I'm doing this show, so I can learn some of the stuff. Bob was actually approached at one time being a Freemason.
I was a Freemason.
Bob's not with the Freemason, and we're going to get to that. Why did you go in the first place, and why you decided to leave the Freemasons? And we're going to get there because I'm interested on everything that I'm hearing, reading. It sounds pretty cool, but why not stick with them? But we're going to get there. We're going to ask Bob these questions. But first of all, here are some of the requirements to even join the Freemasons. Of course, according to Google, you must be in good repute. You must, most states, you got to be 21 and over.
Yeah,
I read that earlier. There are some exceptions in some states. You must believe in a supreme being. You must be able to support yourself and your family. You must live a moral and ethical life. Which, I mean, how would they know that you're living a good, technically, you're living a good ethical life? I guess somehow they must be keeping an eye on people.
Well,
like
tradesmen.
Here's a good one. Who is the head of the Masons? So who is technically the leader? Now, according to this, a Grand Master is title of honor as well as an office of Freemasonry given to a Freemason elected overseas, a Masonic jurisdiction, office of Grand Central. He presides over Grand Lodge and he's certain rights. But who is the free? What? Oh, there's a Freemason handshake. Oh, there was a name here that I had earlier of who's the leader of a Freemason. It's some guy from who started as 1967 that's overseas that is still the leader of the Freemasons. Do you know what that guy's name is, Bob?
You know what? It's all changed, but look at 1967. Add that up. It's actually 6 and 7 is 13. By the way, I'm just letting you know. And then 1 and 9 is 10. Anyway, so no, it keeps changing. Again, I'm not from here. So when I talk about, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about some of the Mandela effects when it comes down to the Freemasonry. That's kind of important for you to know. But Eric, a lot of things have changed. a lot of things have changed, and only certain people within the Freemasonry can see the changes and they actually have a test in the Freemasonry. They ask you questions. What do you remember about the symbols and what symbols have changed? So they know who's who and who's actually, they're organized in the fact that they know if you have this effect. They know if you're a fraud too. Like, for example, CFM man is a fucking fraud. But if he was within the Freemasonry, they've already would have kicked his ass out and said, get out of here, you're lying. You know what I mean? You can't lie to your brothers, but you could lie to the citizens. You see what I'm saying on certain things? So I'm happy that these guys exist. I'm happy I was in, because now I know this changes. And these guys are in power. So they know who's lying and who's not, and who has the effect based off being in the Freemasonry.
True.
Yeah.
Here, Benjamin Franklin, in 1717, the first Grand Lodge, Associated Lodge, was founded in England. Freemasonry throughout the British Empire. The first American Mason Lodge was established in 1730. The future religious leader, Benjamin Franklin. So Benjamin Franklin was the founder for the lodge in America. But it started in the 1400s. But I guess Benjamin Franklin is the one who started it here.
Yeah. I'm going back and forth. I'm making coffee, but Benjamin Franklin, which is also a tradesman. They take tradesmen. I mean, if you go into Freemasonry, you're not going to sit around and be the guy that digs the ditches. They're gonna guarantee you, they're gonna help you get an education, and that's the benefits. A lot of people are upset about, they're mad about, they're angry, they're Satanists. No, you just weren't. You just weren't allowed to go in. That's all. They saw a failure, and never mind. That was they picked their own, which is I hate to say it that way, but some people are pieces of shit.
No, there's a lot of backstabbers, and people pretend to say one thing and then you find out they're not. Kind of like you said it right. I mean, there's a lot of people that says Hollywood is part of the establishment. They're part of the evil empire. They're part of the they're against these communities. And then you find out that some of these people actually worked for Hollywood, who worked for these people. And even though they're not living there now, they're still part of it, and they pretend they're not. And then it's just like you said, there's liars everywhere. But I mean, okay, so Bob, now, when you got now, say there's a lodge, can I go to the lodge and fill out an application, or does somebody have to be what they call recommend you? Have to be like a sponsor? You have to get sponsored to get in. So if I want to be a Mason, how can I be a Mason? Do I got to be sponsored, or can I just go to a lodge and fill out an application?
You got to be sponsored. So number one is you got to go up to somebody that's in the lodge. It's in a lodge or whatever it's in, and you got to ask, may I join? Then they're going to go back and they're going to get you once you ask, and then they're going to ask you the question before they even pick up paperwork. They're going to say, do you believe in God? They're going to give you the question. And you're going to say yes.
Don't forget, the Freemasons split from the Masons of Egypt. Hence the title Freemasons, free from the Masons. Oh.
Well, yeah, that's another myth. Remember, there's a lot. They put it out there on purpose for people to go in circles. They put out a maze for non-Freemasons to get stuck in a phase. But anyway, you ask permission first. And then they ask you the question, do you believe in a God? Okay, yes. Okay, good. I don't care about what your religion is. Then they get you the application. Then you fill it out. And then I know he's a Freemason. Anyway, then you
is Manila affected? Is he really Freemason?
Well, it's up to him to tell you guys, but I know he's already told people, so he's not hiding the information. So they go back with the application. Then they came into my apartment. I'm going to tell you for myself. They came into my apartment. I had the 2 kids. I was a single parent. They came in, a whole group of them. They had an interview with me. We had a sit-down discussion. And then blah, blah, blah. Love goes forward. Then I go in there and I do my ceremony, my initial one, where you had to memorize a lot of things. And so the problem with me is people say, what was it? I have a memory problem. It's a medical thing, and I have a hard time memorizing the skits word for word. It's a medical thing. It's hard for me to do. So once you're in, you go through the initial ceremonies and whatever that ceremony is, and you kind of do the old allegiance thing, and then you're in. But then you follow the rest of the skits that go on, and people come and do an hour.
He is a Mason.
He's a Freemason. He's like me. He's just keep local.
Let's get this up. Shit, I lost it. Oh man, I accidentally exited out of the page, but there was a question was, what happens when you die if you're a Mason?
Well,
I lost it.
I mean, well, remember up the road, Eric? You remember the lodge? Not a lodge, but the Masonic home. You give up all your possessions to them. You give up everything to live there. You give up everything to live there. Everything. Remember, I worked in there for a little bit. I could legally work there. It was nice. But one of the things that people like us can see that you guys can't say is that the symbol, the compass itself is incorrect. It's even. Both points are even when they were not even at one time. They were much longer, and one side was longer, like the Star Trek logo, which is telling me if you're in the Navy, and I know MA was in the Navy, you know, when the quartermaster does its thing, the distance is large. Other words, the globe was larger according to the symbols.
It takes 6 to 18 months to become a Mason. It says, how long does it take to become a Mason? It can take 6 to 8 months, depending on your interest, ability, and time. It could certainly be completed faster or take longer, depending on how one appeals themselves.
Yeah, you got to memorize a lot. It's just a lot of memorization, and you got to learn a lot of different codes and a lot of different things. So, and there's nothing to do with, there's no devil involved in it, man. It's just like learning how to decode the coding ring.
I was curious about taxes, and it says here, like, do clubs have to file tax returns? Although they are exempt from income taxation, social clubs are generally required to file annual returns of their income, expenses, and the revenue service is filing. Exempt for an organization return. Social clubs may be required to file returns and pay employment taxes.
You know, tax-free. They're not paying no tax. You know, I mean, let's face it, people are not paying taxes. It's not the ones I went to, or the one I went to, but it's called being born. They would ask you, another Mason would ask you, where were you born? And then you would say the lodge number. You'd say the lodge name. And they, oh, okay. And you're welcome to come into their lodge and share whatever skits, I'm using the layman's terms, that you had learned and you could, if you memorized. Again, it's important to know, people, that you memorize those things word for word. Nothing's been deviated. It's been changed. Nothing. You're not ad-libbing anything. So if you say it exactly how you remember it, it's always the way you remember it. They'll be able to tell if you have whatever effect, if you have a change. And the groups of people that remember it the same way, they know that they're not from here, or whatever the myth is, what do you want to say? So it's good to know. Again, the compass, different. A lot of things are different. A lot of the skits are done differently here. They know if you're lying or faking it. That's why I can't hate them, man. If I want to meet people like myself that actually have the effect, I can go down and go talk to MA in England. He'll know the skits that he knows from the time that he was in, from the place he was at the time. It'll be the same as mine. Memory would be the same, so I can 100% associate with him. As in, other people don't have that memory. They're going to be the local. It's going to be this comic books version of whatever they have for skits and changes and whatever. It's
now. Why did you don't practice it no more?
Remember, I was raising the two kids by myself. Number one problem: babysitters. Remember, I couldn't have Dad watch them every Monday. Dad was busy too, so I couldn't get babysitters. Number 2 was a difficult thing for me to memorize all that stuff. So I just felt like a dumbass sitting there. However, I still got to see them. I was just feeling like I'm not participating enough. Whatever, I was doing overtime at work at the Museum of Flight. We were doing overtime all the time. So during the time of the lodge meetings, like on a Monday, I couldn't go. I was at work all the time. It's just, and most of the people that were at the lodge were from my workplace, so they understood why I couldn't come. I'm exhibits guy. We had fucking schedules to do. So it wasn't that I just quit. It's just that I couldn't go. I didn't have time. So, but I'm happy that I was in at the time. Now I'm happy. Thanks to the Mandela effect, I'm fucking happy. I can go back there now and find people like myself, if there's anybody in the lodge like myself, which are going to be at least at the minimum 1 or 2. Like, oh, thank God, I found somebody like myself. So it's not a bad thing. And of course, they put out the myth to scare people away, like I said, everyone's got it so funny.
Oh, there's the leader. The Grand Master is Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, who was elected in 1967 and has been re-elected each year since.
Duke of Kent. Isn't that funny how Kent is a word used when he's talking about the coronavirus? Kent? Anybody in England? MA knows what I'm talking about.
He's a member of the British royal family. Of course he is.
Kent and the coronavirus seem to have an odd association, don't it? If anybody knows about the history of this coronavirus, certain places with certain, anyway. Yeah, is there things being called in? I know Matt from Quantum Conscience would say, yeah, some of them, but he's not 100% because there's a lot of phone calls being called in, a lot of things happening. They got to be able to find, in some circles, the Mashiach is going to show up like a thief in the night, the Mashiach. How would you find the Mashiach? How would you find any figure from any antiquity showing up? Because everybody's going to claim to be that fucking person. The Masons will know. They will know. So these guys are organized all across the globe. I was in the military. A lot of my friends were in the Freemasonry, in the military, back on Sagittarius Arm version. So thank God they were in, because the ones that do have the effect I could talk to. The ones that don't. So yeah, just a lot of interesting. I'm not giving away all the information, just like MA does not give you all the information. And we're going to give you just what you guys need to hear to know that not all bad. It's not bad. Bad apples, like Eric, like you said, but not all bad.
I promise they played a big part in saving my dad's life. Masons is what we call him, but they are called Freemasons. Yes, but they did make a better man out of a good man. Okay.
Well, I don't know, Eric. I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you know this, but you know our
Did you ever make a level? Carlo's asking, what level did you make?
I'm at the level where I just wanted to get out. There you go. I just didn't go. I'm not giving away no level. Our grandfather was Freemason. Eric, did you know that?
Oh yeah, and I heard.
Yeah, our grandpa was Freemason.
He died before I was born. So.
Yeah. So when I went in and I told them our grandpa was, gave him the name and everything, they were like, "Oh, well, shit, you're an alumni." I was like, "Okay, thanks, an alumni, great." But a lot of bad mythology, and the fact that these Freemasons are the ones who spread it, which is hilarious because they're laughing about it. And a lot of people with the effect are lying and saying that they're not, but they actually are. They actually are in the lodge. They're in a lodge, and they're telling you have a Mandela effect channels. Mandela MA excluded. Well, he has his own channel, but he tells you that he is. But a lot of them don't, and they're playing you guys like fools, like fiddles, man. It's fucking hilarious.
I mean, if Freemasons is about becoming a better person, why do people need to hide it, and why do some people say they're bloodsuckers?
Because they don't want you to learn the skits. You understand? Because of now, right now. Okay, let's put it this way: if the skits for the Freemasonry were out there and everybody could just see it, and it's not secret. It's nothing's coded.
Mandela effect said MA is a PM.
There you go. And it's not coded. It's not in secret. Then guys like CFM man Eric can go steal it, can steal the skits and pretend to be somebody that they're not. You understand? They keep it secret on purpose, so frauds don't learn it.
Do you think Mandela affects Masons more than non-Masons?
I can't tell you. I can't give you that. I don't know the other lodges and how many people within the lodge are Mandela affected. I know that in my lodge there was a few, and I know that at my old workplace at the Museum of Flight, there's a lot, almost 99.9% Freemasons. There were several that I talked to that, yes, they were affected, and they did not remember all the Apollo missions. You understand? They didn't remember the Apollo missions just like I did. They saw me getting frustrated because I'm working on projects on the Apollo missions, and there were none. There were like none. And so they were telling me, calm down. They gave me the
PM is a past master. Oh, okay.
Okay. So they were telling me just relax. So there's a lot of them in the Freemasonry, a lot of people in science within it that are going along with this because they have to. Because again, you have to separate the wheat from the tares. Thank God for Freemasonry because they are separating wheat from tares. They can do it because of the traditional, hardcore, 100%. You need to do it 100% this way and don't deviate from it, because when the changes happen, we'll know if you have it or not. You understand? I hope people understand what I'm trying to say. Because we're flooded in a liar's planet with liars.
This is something they're not gonna mention out loud, because anytime you mention the word, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You mention the word Mandela effect, you're gonna look dumb.
Yeah.
You're gonna look. I mean, to the average person, people look down on people if they say Mandela effect. If they say you're a nut butt job. I mean, guys, to be honest. Yeah. Be honest. Believing that even goes for paranormal. It goes for
anything.
Bigfoot, UFOs. People look down on you. So I'm sure if Masons are into this kind of stuff, they're going to keep it secret because it's a bad rap as it is, right?
Well, yeah, they keep it secret. That's why it's secret. And thank God it's fucking secret, because of all the fucking frauds. Because you would, if all these things that they did, these skits that they had to practice, painstakingly memorize all of these lines and doing all of these skits, got out to the public, then the public will reenact it themselves, and then they'll just pretend, and they'll be, you wouldn't be able to tell who's got it and who does it because of the frauds. The frauds have copied they copied everything from there. They've memorized all the codes. They've done everything exactly like they do, pretending to be one, but they're not.
Why are they all old?
Well, they're older.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Every picture of the men group, they're all old. Look at all these old people. Where's the 21-year-olds? Where's the 28?
Well, these guys are at a particular rank. They have a particular rank, so they're allowed to go.
The women, right here, the women.
There was just no women in my time. I know they had Job's daughters, which were just the daughters of, they had their own, like, it's like Girl Scouts.
You're a book? Freemasons for Dummies, really?
See, that was probably written by a Freemason, just deliberately throwing everyone off the track. They don't have a choice. They have no choice because of the frauds. They have to do that. You have to keep it quiet. You have to keep these things quiet, because then everybody will be screaming, I'm changed. I have the Mandela effect. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You're a local that has a couple of memories, residuals, and you're just pretending. You're trying to benefit financially from it. You know what I'm talking about, by the way. Thanks to these organizations that were kept private, they're able to separate the wheat from the tares. And I keep using that metaphor because people can understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying that. But yeah, again, the symbols for me changed. A lot of the symbols changed. A lot of representations changed. It's I used to go into the Museum of Science and Industry in Manchester.
Now, Manchester in the UK or the Manchester on the East Coast?
Manchester, UK. Yeah.
Baseball is my favorite.
The planes of
Hey, Bill, our good friend Bill.
I mean, a lot of people at the Museum of Flight that have and are involved in the Freemasonry, they closed it down now, know the planes have changed. They know how they've changed. They know everything about it, and they're not screaming about it either. They're keeping it quiet.
Let me say one thing. Hey, Val, I actually emailed you. Val, because the Monday show that we're doing is all the hauntings in Canada. So if you're free, you're not doing something today, I would love to have you on to get some to see if you know about any of the hauntings in Canada. We did one on the UK on Monday, and I don't want to leave our friends out in Canada. So we're going to do hauntings on Monday on Canada. And the other two, I'm not going to mention the other two because you're going to have to sign up on my website my newsletter to find out what our shows are next week, because one of our shows was recommended by another user from the chat.
Nice.
So you're going to have to go to my website, gypsyroad.live, sign up, and you'll get my newsletter, because next week's going to be fun. Especially next Friday is going to be fun. All our shows are fun. But next Friday, we're going to have, let's just say we're going to have like a college class style of learning if we're living in a matrix.
Yeah.
It's not if we are or not. We're gonna do that old comic. There's a comic book line that's called "What If."
Yes.
And then "What If" is the comic where this is a different reality. So if we are in this reality, teach me on what I need to find out if we're living in a matrix. That's gonna be fun next Friday, because the Matrix LVO is coming on. He's gonna be the teacher. We're gonna pretend that we saw the news one day that the whole world know you're all living in a simulation. We're not like walking around like the movie Matrix, but we're still in a but you're in a matrix. And what we need to look for to figure out if we are in a matrix. That's how we're gonna do next Friday. That's gonna be cool. So going back to the Masons, sorry about that little.
If you were in the Freemasonry, you'd already know and already seen the signs that we're living in what is defined as a simulation. You would already know that. See, that's the benefit about being in an organization like that, specifically to know when this stuff is happening, opposed to other people that are not in the Freemasonry. Well, they're all over they're fighting each other, Eric. You've seen it. We've seen it. We see them fighting each other. They're arguing constantly. They're fighting over the belt that's what's his name? Bruce Springsteen or Bruce whatever the fuck Steen he was wearing. They're fighting over things like they're fighting over the silliest little things about changes. As in, if you were in the Freemasonry, you don't need to fight. You've got other confirmed things that you can guarantee to look at. You know if it's changed or not, because of the discipline of keeping it quiet and memorization of those one things that did not change in your time. You cannot deviate from it. So
I wrote an autograph. An autograph from who? From me?
From you.
From me?
I don't know how to write. I don't know how to read or write. I'm blind.
Man, that'd be weird. Somebody goes up to me and goes, "Can I have your autograph?" I'd be, there's one thing anybody knows me knows that about autographs. Okay, I got something about autographs. Would I give autographs?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever asked me. I would do autographs for free, but I would never ever pay somebody for an autograph.
No.
I don't believe that anybody should ever consider themselves better than you. No. So I don't care if you're the biggest star in the world, I'm not going to pay for an autograph. You should give autographs for free. I'm not saying you have to pull over for every person walking by and do an autograph. No, don't get me wrong. But you should never you should never have to charge people for an autograph. It's like I don't believe that the UK should have a royal family, because I don't believe that nobody should be considered better than you.
Yeah.
Nobody should be considered better than you. We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same. We all bleed red. So if Tom Hanks goes, Eric, I'm going to give you an autograph. You have to pay me $5. I'm not even going to pay Tom Hanks $5. Tom Hanks should pay me $5.
Well,
autograph from him.
The good news about Tom Hanks is he is in a Freemasonry. He is in a lodge, so he's not going to charge you money for an autograph.
Look at my thumbnail.
Yeah. He won't charge you money for a autograph.
No, it's a little thing.
He's a good person.
We go to a Comic-Con every year, and I know a lot of people make money. They make money doing autographs.
They got no choice.
We're charging $70 to $100. $70 to $100 just for a name.
Pay that money for a fucking signature.
Serious? You know, I have an autograph somewhere around here. Mike Ness from Social Distortion. I got an autograph from him, but you know what? It was free. He didn't charge. Now, I'm sure nowadays, since people can't really buy music now, I'm sure he might be charging for autograph. I'm not sure, but his autograph is special because it was free.
Now, I'd pay money if they had like they had a fucking vinyl, like a special vinyl they just put out and they signed the vinyl. I'm buying the vinyl.
To buy the record, get something out of it. That's one thing. That's one thing. Now, of course, if the record's like $100, no. But if a record is like, a record is like between $20 and $30. If a $20-$30 comes with an autograph, if you get something out of it, awesome. Hold on, what does this say? Bob, when I visit the museum with my students, when he is back at work.
I can't wait to go. It's all closed right now. All the museums are closed.
Sometimes it's not their names. It's BCS, Skibble. They're the works. Paul, 32 and 33 Scottish Rite, is high up in that order.
Yeah, I mean, so they learned a little bit extra. They just learned more skits than most the common bear. They learned a lot of skits. They memorized a lot of stuff. That's hard to do. I was in there one time. I'm not going to give it I can't give away the information, but I was in there one time with the Freemason, and the guy did an hour and a half presentation, word for word. Not one word was deviated from what we had in our whatever perfectly. I mean, the guy was flawless. An hour and a half. Can you memorize an hour? Eric, can you memorize an hour and a half's worth of speech, word for word?
I'm seeing these autographs now. Just yes, please, free autograph. How do I get that for me? You guys want an autograph? For $5, I tell you what. Anybody wants an autograph? All you got to do is sign up on my website. You sign up on the website. I'll email you an autograph. I'll scan it and send you with your name on it. I'll scan you.
Email you.
Is that a deal?
He'll email you an autograph.
I'll email you an autograph. No, I'll scan it. I'll scan an email with your name on it, and I'll sign it.
Do an electronic signature.
Do an electronic signature.
That way they can copy your signature, Eric, and then put it on documents out there.
But we are getting closer to the end of the show. I am going to movies tonight, like always. Like always, when I go see a movie on a Friday night, go to my website, scroll down to Welcome to the Matrix Home Cinema, and every movie that I see, I put it on here with the trailer, just in case any of you guys want to watch it yourself. Now, the movie I'm seeing tonight is a bullshit movie right off the bat. There's nothing good coming out, so I got to see some fucking movie called Boogie. I'm serious. I got to watch a movie called Boogie. It almost sounds like a booger. Yeah. I watch some movie called Boogie, I don't know. My wife says she heard it from a friend that it's good, so I'm gonna go see Boogie.
Might be good.
But next week, people, next week, I already got my tickets. I'm seeing Godzilla versus Godzilla.
I can't go. I fall asleep in movie theaters now. I can't do it. I fall asleep in every fucking time. I don't remember a time I don't fall asleep now. I think from 2016 to present, I can't go to the movie theater. Well, I try. If I go in the daytime in the morning, maybe I can get by with it. If I go in the evening, I'm going to sleep. Every time.
Did you see Coming to America 2 yet? Yeah, I watched it. I watched it on Amazon. On Amazon, it's I mean, it was average. It wasn't. I want to say it was nothing like. There were some funny parts in it, but it was nothing like, oh my god, where was this? You know, it was. You know, it was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys something real quick. We're gonna leave.
Like the first one.
This might be a little nerdy for you guys. This might be a little nerdy, but I actually watched last night the Zack Snyder Justice League, and you know, it's kind of weird, right? Because Justice League came out in 2017, and then we're not going to get into the whole nerd world on what happened. That Zack Snyder lost his child, had to leave the project, got fired. They had somebody else come in, and they recut the movie together. And this one that's on HBO is actually 4 hours long, and it's kind of weird. We all see movies that directors cut. They'll put an extra 10 to 15 minutes. This movie is fucking 4 hours, and
yes,
I'll tell you what, I wanted another hour because
it was good.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I like both DC and Marvel, but I've usually preferred DC over Marvel. I like how DC is a little bit more realistic, if it's real. Right? If it's real, DC is a little bit more realistic than Marvel. And man, I had a fun time with it. I'm like, this is rare that a guy gets to come back in, take a movie, and redo it to a version of what he always wanted to be. That never happens. And I fucking loved it, man. 4 hours. I wanted more. I'm reading people's complaints, right? Well, the movie's a little bit too long. Listen, 4 hours at a movie theater, yeah, I can see that's gonna be a little long. You gotta sit there, you gotta urinate, you gotta get popcorn. But at your home, 4 hours on a streaming service? Make it 5 hours. You pause it, you go away, you come back, you finish it.
Well, I told Eric I liked it because they're using language like they're not in this place. They're not using the word universe.
I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it. They're using multiverse.
Yeah.
Every time they refer to, they don't say universe in this thing. They say multiverse. Every time, all these things. And now it's. I go, Eric. You know they keep using the word multiverse. They don't use universe in any of these things. Especially the one from last night makes it real clear. Batman makes it real clear. The multiverse. Two Throbbing movies.
Yeah, you know, I mean, see, DC did it backwards, right? If you get into the nerd, you know, Marvel built up to the Avengers. They built up every character with the individual movies, and then they made the Avengers, and they got them all together. You know, the problem with Justice League is they didn't build up the characters in previous movies, so they slammed it. So this kind of a movie needed to be 4 hours to flush out people's backstories because there was never movies about their stories even in the first place. You know, Ben Affleck never had his own Batman movie. He started right off with Batman versus Superman. You know, The Flash and Cyborg never had their own movies.
Yeah.
They just crammed them in. So 4 hours was needed. So,
I liked it. It was
cool. Nerd Talk. We are gonna end the show. So make sure all you guys go to my website, sign up and subscribe to my website, gypsyroad.live, so you get my newsletter. And I got a lot of fun stuff in this week's newsletter.
Yeah, and
unless somebody destroys my computer, like you did last weekend.
Yeah,
my daughter still trying Coke
on the 13th.
But I got a lot of fun stuff that's in this newsletter about the shows next week. I got some fun photos in there. I'm not gonna tell you what the photos are, but there's some fun photos. I got some Bigfoot sightings in there, UFO sightings. So it's gonna be an awesome newsletter.
Yeah.
And thing is, why you gotta subscribe, because if you don't, I don't have your email address to send you the newsletter. It's gonna be a good newsletter. It's gonna be a fun one. So join it. So Monday we're gonna be doing some paranormal, and then Wednesday we're gonna be we're gonna break down the meaning is symbolized from the Planet of the Apes. Okay, we're gonna be doing Planet of the Apes on Wednesday. What does the Planet of the Apes symbolize? What does it mean? We're talking about going back from the 1968 movies up to now. And we're going to have a guest on Wednesday. Texas Danny is going to be joining us that Wednesday. We're going to be talking about some land changes too. And Texas Danny grew up on the Planet of the Apes. We were talking about it in a chat. So we're gonna talk about, what does this symbolize? What does it symbolize seeing a Statue of Liberty in the ground? What's the meaning behind it? So we're gonna
holding the torch in the wrong hand.
Yes, and we're gonna be breaking down that shit on Wednesday. So it's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah, so don't go hating your Freemasons out there, guys. Get away from the fucking myth. You've lived in lies so long, and everybody's a fucking enemy now. Everybody's a Satanist or a pedophile or a fucking baby eater. Let's stop with that shit and start thinking about it, man.
A movie called Ghostland?
Which one?
A movie called Ghostland?
Ghostland?
Ghostland, that's what they're talking about in the chat. A movie called Ghostland? Hold on. I'm just curious. Am I even, because I like recommendations of good movies. Ghostland, let's see.
And I'm happy that M.A. Mandela Affected came into the site today. If you guys want to see his really good videos, you're going to get his permission first. He will show you if you got to get his permission. For those of you, I highly recommend his videos to you guys if you really wanted to see some kind of cool shit too.
Carla.
But you got to get permission.
Carla, is this the movie right there? Is this one Incident in Ghostland? Is that the movie you're talking about? Is that the one?
Ghostland. What is this? From Netflix?
I don't know. I saw somebody talking about Ghostland. Somebody wrote, like, are you referring to an incident in the Ghostland? That's what I'm curious too. Is this the
I've
movie?
never heard of the movie.
I know, I've never heard of it too.
It's probably one of those FX or streaming movies. So check it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious. Is it incident, and what was it called? What's it called? Incident in a Ghostland. Incident in a.
I don't know.
It's 2018. If that's the one they're talking about, yeah, that's the one. Okay, so that is the one.
Broken face.
So let's see.
What happened to her face?
I love good recommendations of movies. Let me see here. Incident. I got IMDb up. Here it is. Incident in Ghostland, 2018. And I don't care about 6.4 out of 10 because critics don't know shit. A mother of two inherits a house, is confronted with murderous intruders on the first night in the new home, and fights for her daughter's life. 16 years later, when the daughters reunite at the house, things get really strange. Huh.
Yeah.
You can watch on Prime for $2.99. But Carla, did you watch it free on another streaming service, or is this something that I have to pay to rent? Do you know? Do you
It sounds like it sounds pretty typical. I'm not saying it's bad. It just sounds like all the get a new house and then something happens.
Oh, this picture's like the making it.
Filming of it, yeah.
We're actually.
It sounds like a scary movie.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
What the hell? This guy is hung up. Is that a doll?
Oh, great. Another doll.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's the past Devil's Pass. It's not what it seems to be. You guys will like it.
Huh.
I heard it was a good movie if you like scary movies. Oh, I love scary movies. I love, you know, I wonder if this is on Shudder.
Maybe on Shudder. I don't know. It's like another possessed doll movie.
Because I unsubscribe from Shudder. What I usually do is I unsubscribe from a streaming service, and about 2 months later or 3 months later, I'll subscribe and binge watch everything.
It's weird. A lot of nerds like possessed doll movies. No offense to nerds out there. The ones that collect all the dolls. No offense, Eric. I know you collect dolls. But people who collect little dolls and stuff love possessed doll movies. Just say.
What? I collect dolls. I don't collect dolls.
Eric's going to love that movie because it's a possessed doll. Now he's going to buy the doll. Possessed dolls, nerds love possessed doll movies. No offense. I'm a nerd too. Next thing you know, he's going to watch the movie and there's going to be a doll on his.
Not just scares. Okay. Would you say it's more like a slow kind of burn kind of a movie where?
Well, if Carla likes it, I know we're going to like it.
You know, it's like a slow burn. It's not a doll movie.
Okay. 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 I was just like,
what? No possessed doll.
Oh, now you just pissed off. Now he can't buy the doll.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I mean,
you want to make a lot of money, you make a possessed doll movie because then all the nerds will go buy the dolls.
Well, I guess it depends on, kind of a possession of a doll because there's different kind of possessions, because like the old
explanation for it.
Oh, the old Chucky, the guy transforms his body into, his soul goes into Chucky, right? Yeah. Now Annabelle is technically, it's a conduit. It's not really a possessed doll. It's a conduit where the demon, the satanic or the evil uses the doll trying to get into people because they want to possess the person. Yeah. So the doll is just a conduit. It's not really a possessed kind of a doll because the creature moves.
You even know the dynamics of the doll. See, people know that when they watch possessed.
Obsessed dolls.
What about like people are like, oh, I know what he's talking about. Possessed movies.
And then actually the last Chucky movie, I think the last one is actually voiced by Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. He actually voiced the last Chucky movie. But the last Chucky movie is not about a possession, actually. They changed the storyline where it's basically a Terminator robot that got screwed up and it killed, but it was never possessed.
Well, it's actually based off Japanese animism, the philosophy of animism, because when I was in Japan, pretty much any object, inanimate objects can be possessed. That's the religion. That's their culture. Not even religion. It's just the philosophy, everything. Animism. So Americans have taken the idea of animism from Asia, Japan, and certain other areas all over Asia, and they utilized it as a possessed doll, possessed this, possessed that. It's
I got a good idea for a movie, guys. Okay. What we do is we'll make a movie, right, where we'll package dolls of the Freemasons.
Yes.
We'll have a package of the Freemasons, and somehow we'll get these Freemason dolls all possessed. So these Freemasons, we'll make them actually real bloodsuckers by getting the Freemason dolls possessed. Now we could do Frank Roosevelt doll because he's a Freemason, a president Freemason doll. Yeah. Tom Hanks Freemason doll, and they will possess the shit out of them, and they'll attack them. Now, who would not want to see a Freemason possessed doll movie?
And then you could buy the doll after the movie's over. Make a lot of
movie's over. Yeah. You have your Tom Hanks Freemason doll, right?
Collectors will they'll eat that shit up. The original possessed doll in the movie will probably go for over 100,000.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to buy a Biden Freemason doll?
Exactly. How long as it's possessed? I think Joe Biden is a possessed doll.
Could be.
I think the Queen of England is a possessed doll. I think all of the people behind the curtain are possessed dolls.
What does it say? True story. In kindergarten, my Japanese friend's mom would pick him up after school and would hand him a creepy clown doll. Weird. Yeah.
Animism. Old ancient religions, animism. Weird dolls.
Bob, we'll get right on it. We'll
get right on the possessed doll.
Make hire some CGI people to help us get these dolls possessed. We'll make a Freemason doll. Now, if I do that, I wonder if we get sued by the Freemasons for using their name.
No, they'll enjoy it because then you add to the myth. It keeps people away, and then other people will say, "Well, they're worshiping demon dolls now." The Freemasonry is a collection of men that worship demon dolls. It'll be all over the headlines. The next new myth will be created here. We can create the new myth.
Oh, guys, beyond that, we're going to get going. Have a great weekend. If you get your stimulus money, donate it all to me. And I'll make sure all that money goes straight to the channel. We'll have fun. We'll make a live commercial. Who not want to see a live commercial of us on a streaming service or TV? Wouldn't that be awesome? You guys can make that happen. How do you make that happen? Give us all your stimulus money.
All of it.
All of it. Send it all.
Your money.
We're not prejudiced. We'll take it all. We'll take it all. We'll call it the commercial tip money show. So beyond that, guys, have a good one. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. And subscribe to my website. Subscribe to Reddit, and you'll get my newsletter. See you.
Animism.
Oh, why isn't the thing working?